A self-described pro-life Democrat who's focused on education and social services, Zaffirini has long underscored her ability to cross the aisle to pass legislation. She passed 127 bills this year, she said, more than any other legislator of either party in a single session. One of the 108 bills she helped pass in 2017 was the statewide ban on texting while driving, which had a Republican author, former Speaker Tom Craddock, in the House. "My priorities today are exactly what they are when I first ran," Zaffirini said. Education in general, with a focus on early childhood education and higher education. Health and human services in general, with a focus on the very young, the very old, the very poor, persons with disabilities and veterans, Zaffirini said she met Pomeroy, who is her constituent, during the 2018 roundtable discussions. "I felt very warmly toward him and toward his wife. They seem like very nice and hardworking people who were devastated, not only by the tragedy itself but also the loss of their daughter," she said. "He never ever let on that he was running. We never discussed it. So I was somewhat surprised, but it is his right." Pomeroy, who does not describe himself as far-right, told the News he would run a campaign focused on civility and morality. He said he would not attack Zaffirini personally. "In my mind, she's reaching an age where she's going to be retiring at some point," he told the News. "What scares me more than losing Judith is who would take that position. Because I think Texas is sitting on a precipice right now. We need to get back to the table and try to keep our emotions in check and try to figure out what's the best way to govern for everyone." Pomeroy is still working out his stances on all the issues, he said. On gun policy, he doesn't believe we should continually blame the inanimate object, saying, "We have a heart condition, a character issue and a mental health issue out there that needs to be addressed." On abortion, he said he'd be more staunchly against it than Zaffirini, but expressed support for some very limited exceptions. "One of the things that comes to my mind is if a doctor says it's between the life of the child and the life of the mother, who am I to decide who is to live and who is to die?" As a political newcomer, Pomeroy said Sunday his decision to run had nothing to do with the church, and was made knowing he and his family would be thrust back into the spotlight. "Do I want to subject Sherry and myself back into the media again? Do I want sermons rehashed and thrown back at me out of context?" he said. "Somebody told me this morning, somebody is writing ugly stuff about Annabelle out there. I don't like it. But I know my God's bigger than whoever's writing that stuff. Therefore, if this is what God has called me to do, that is what He's called me to do. Let's block ads." Why?